21-8. So they came out of the group with the three-way tie as the number 1 seed. Had a lot of people scratching their head, but they did it by virtue of ranking. Meantime, the New Yorkers get the scoring started. Damo with the feed to King. And now Ivo Sev goes up. He draws a foul. Thomas Ivo Sev, a consistent, dominant force for this Novi side team. He's a MVP of the Utsunomiya final last year. Also has another MVP under his belt. Lausanne Masters in 2018. And Ivo Sev gets him on the board. Damo couldn't connect from 2 range. Go. Shout out DJ Last. He's in the mix on the 1s and 2s. One of the best out there to do it. Vincent Royette emceeing, keeping the crowd entertained. Oh, put him in the blender. Why don't you? Mix him up. 2-1. Bullet fires a blank. And then comes and gets too physical with Joey King. Dushan Bullet. He's been the standard in the game for so many years. 34 years old. And still at the top of his game. Damo thought about going for the spin move. Instead, he hits the deck. So Dushan just kind of pulled the chair on him. Novi side didn't. Neither one of these teams, honestly, were able to get a lot of practice. Joey King had to fly in to practice with Damo and the rest of the team. They obviously did it under strict safety protocols, but it was very difficult for them to find a court and find a facility to consistently practice at. And you got guys living in different places, so the pandemic just made things a lot worse. So when you see some of the rust on some of the teams in our first, action this year in 2020, you kind of get some perspective as to where it comes from. So you can't be too hard on Novi side. We're used to seeing this team dominate. They went undefeated in 2018. But to keep everything in context, it has been a very, very, very difficult year for teams to prepare in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. So with that said, no more excuses. We balling. Joey King did him dirty like the floor mat. Spent on Dushan, and it's 4-1 as a result. The maestro. He misses the 2 beats. King clears it. He's on the beeline to the bucket. He attacks the rack, and he's rewarded with a 5th point for New York Harlem as they've jumped out on Novi side here in the early goings. And Kadani Brutus, you just wonder. It's only a matter of time for the Don gets it going. 17 points for him through day 1. So great defensive effort on the inside. Let's see if Damo can turn the D into O. Damo, turn around, missed it. And then Esenwune, I believe, whistled for the foul. Hey, if you're not following us on social media yet, please, please, please do. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Sina Weibo, Youku, and TikTok. Yeah, we joined the new kids. We joined the youngins. Follow us at FIBA 3x3. Use the hashtag 3x3WT. Oh, you faker. You faker. Dushan, ball fake. Opened up the lane and got the second score on the board for Novi side. Another whistle. And Novi side now up to, no, it's actually on New York Harlem. Novi side has got 2 fouls. And New York Harlem with 5 fouls to go with 5 points, something to keep an eye on. They got 1 more defensive foul to give. 7 defensive fouls sends your opponent to the free throw line, shooting 2. Stops the clock, too. So we'll see. There's Kadani. Broke. The maestro. Ready. Now King trying to answer back. But he misses. That's a Wune. Give me that. Snatches the rebound. King with the follow, but he missed it. He's fouled on the follow-up attempt. King slow to get up as Novi side is back in the game. That's in Wune. Misses. You see King, though. Look at that activity. And providing the second chance opportunities. Going to be interesting to see how Novi side kind of rights the ship. And some of the things that they've been struggling with. They were 1 of 9 from long range against Gargantin. They were 4 of 18 from the great beyond that 2-point arc yesterday. That's just not something you typically see out of Novi side. They don't miss that many shots from deep. And the 2-point shot is so critical in 3x3. It can make you and it can break you. And the defense broke down for New York Harlem. The Maestro cruises in for the crib. The Don! Double shot. 7-5. He's starting to get in the move. Oh, nice setup there, but Savage's pass is stolen. Donnie lost his footing, still managed to get the pass down to Joey King. And he puts it up and in. 8-5. Maestro thought better of it. Decided to go out, kick it down low. He wanted to take advantage of Damo down low, but he wasn't having it. Quick hands. And he's able to knock it out of bounds. Take a look at the catch, shoot, splash from the Don. Like the matchup with him and Dushan too, by the way. Now Kadani, he got reservations for 2. Double date. 10-5 game. Just over 6 minutes to play, so back-to-back 2 pieces for Kadani. He's starting to heat up. He's starting to drizzle. Damo down to the Minister of Defense. And he rises up. 2-handed smash. His first dunk, I think, of the tournament. Maybe that'll wake up Esenwune. Touch some iron like your slacks on Sunday. Do people still iron their own clothes? Is that just forgotten around the world now? I don't know. 11-6. I still iron. Oh, watch your step. In and out. Kadani, oh yeah. He was smothered by Dushan and fouled. Dushan following ref Marcos trying to state his case. And ref Marcos ain't hearing it. All right, Kadani. Trying to coolly knock it down, but he does not. He misses the shot. Stays 11-6. New York Harlem, though, in control of this thing. So Dushan to the Maestro, back to Dushan. He considered the 2, but better option down low. He gets it to Frankenstein, and Frankenstein makes it a 4-point game. Here's Kadani. He kicks it over. And, King. Bump in the bucket. There's some emotion from Joey King. Hell of a shot from the big man. The former Gopher will step up to the line. And he splashes it. Meantime, it's the Maestro scoring over the Minister of Defense. Damo! Oh, damn. He hit that from Brooklyn Bridge. 15-8. He was way out there. That was away from the hood. That was way out in the suburbs. He safely shot that one. 15-8. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. The Maestro knew. Oh, Damo's down. Man down. 50-11-32. No, pull up. Some moves don't. We get a lot of oohs and ahs when anybody falls, but you know, it has to be induced by an actual move, right? Well, that was a move. Oh, well, that was a move. The ball fake was probably the move. Look at him. He tricked him like clickbait. Oh. Thought you had it. 15-9 is Dushan is going to make it a 5-point game. New York Harlem, though. Man, they came out on a mission here. So far, so good. They got a 5-point lead, and they've been keeping Novi side at bay. This is not the Novi side team that we've grown accustomed to seeing, too, by the way. They have been vulnerable, losing at the pool stage in 2 of the 3 Masters they played in. And obviously not making it to a final yet. The Maestro, he lets one go. String music. 15-12, they ain't going nowhere. Oh, Kadani, he answers right back like, hey, Google. Quick response. And the Maestro, he couldn't get the 2 to go down. It is 17-12. That man, Kadani Brutus, is putting on a show like Super Bowl halftime. So the Don has got New York Harlem up 17-12 with 3:50 to go here in our third quarter final. One of our semis is already set. You know that already. Shake Gubale and Lausanne. Now as we move to the bottom half of the bracket, we're gonna see who becomes our first entry into the semifinals. As the Serbian surgeon with a beautiful ball fake, but his team looking at a 5-point deficit. A couple of big free throws here. New York Harlem, 7 fouls. So a couple of attempts for the Maestro. Dejan Majstorovic, yeah. He also was dealt with injury, surgery on his knee this offseason, the Maestro. So he's still kind of working his way back to form too. But without question, talking about one of the GOATs, MVP, the Chengdu Masters, Europe Cup, Hyderabad Masters, and he's got 5 MVPs to his name himself as the former world number 1. But right now, he wish he had more points because right now it's 17-13. New York Harlem. Damo, step back, left it short. Couldn't track it down. The Savage trying to give him some. He misses the 2. Green foul. That one called on King. And that's an 8th. So clock stops, and that puts Novi Sad back on the line. They can trim this thing down to a 1-possession game if Evo Sep can make both free throws. We're about to find out. These two teams met 6 times since 2018. Novi Sad are leading 4-2. And it's including that last one at the Debrecen Masters. At the quarterfinal stage. It's a rerun. Will it be a repeat of the same result? Kadani. They fouled him behind the arc. That's a 7 foul, so it would have been 2 free throws regardless. But Kadani. Man, he has been a man possessed right now. As the Don is trying to make them an offer they can't refuse. The only offer he's offering them right now is an L. So Kadani knocks them both down. And then the kitchen is closed. At least initially. As Sawune with the first block, but Savage is able to score. Kadani! No. I thought he was going to end it there. Savage. Oh, missed it. Maestro. We got over 3 minutes left in this game. And Savage steps right in front of the logo. Missed it to the left. Evo Steph. He recovers it and scores it. 19-16. Again, approaching the 3-minute mark. The Don with the ball in his hands. He gives it up to Damo. To the cup. 20-16. Maestro, tough shot. He's made so many of those before. He can't get it to go down this time. Out of bounds, off of Evo step. New York Harlem ball. As Disco Damo and company, they can taste the semifinal. And if you ask them, it tastes like chicken. They trying to get to the chicken, but you got to get to the rock first, and they lost it. Oh, Damo, got to maintain his composure here. I think that's what Kadani is telling him. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, and this is not the time to be picking up a tech. Certainly, because our referees, they don't mess around. They're going to keep the game under control. And they have not been able to control that man. Ain't no analog on Kadani Brutus. He's off the hinges right now. But can they hold off Novi side? Well, it's a one possession game, as the Serbians ain't going nowhere. Kadani had the ball tipped away. All they need is one. The Don. No. Foul call. And that's on King. So take another look. I mean, that's who you want shooting it. Although I'm Kadani, I might have stopped and pulled up there. Hard to get those fouls here late in the game now. We got a timeout White now. New York Harlem has been able to hold Novi side off to this point and maintaining about a 5-point lead throughout this game. Novi side has taken advantage of the trips to the free throw line, and now you look at the score. You got 20-18, and they got two huge free throws coming up. I believe Evo said will get them, and not only that, they will get possession as well, because New York Harlem is in a double penalty, 10 fouls. So 2 free throw attempts and the ball. We could be looking at a 20-20 tie, the Maestro at the strike. A 20-20 tie, and Novi side with the ball. What a turn of events that would be. Let's see what happens here as the Maestro steps up. He splashes the first of 2. It's 19-20. The voice, Kyle Montgomery, in your ear, calling another classic here in the quarterfinals. Can the Maestro knock another one down? And he does. So we got game point for Novi side, game point for New York Harlem. New York Harlem making their final adjustments, trying to avoid a heartbreaker after dominating this game. Damo defending on the Maestro. Solid D, he holds his own. Disco Damo. They can use some heroics here. They get it down to Joey King. He spins 3 on 7. And that's the T-Star buzzer beater. We know who the king of the court is in this one. It's Joey. And the former Gopher goes to the hole for the win. New York Harlem playing on. As we look back, that's a big boy move right there. You're going to have to get your weight up. He uses his weight to his advantage and kind of spent off Savage. Got a clear look at the rim and gave him the bucket that would end Novi side's run. So 0-3.